Part 2. Alright, so for those of you who may have skipped the first part, this is the haul that I got from my local comic book store when they did this spring sale, 50% off of back issues. So I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff, including a bunch of Adam Hughes Catwoman covers. If you did see the last video, you might remember that when I showed off what was it? Oh, the Batgirl issues from the New 52. I said that would not be the last time that we see Adam Hughes, and here he is again on Catwoman. So, just trying to put together my Catwoman run with Adam Hughes covers. So I got issue 56. Issue 60. Issue 66. Issue 67. Issue 68. Issue 71. And issue 79. So this run is definitely coming together, but at some point I'm still going to have to figure out how to get my hands on issue 51. But yeah, those are some gorgeous books. And speaking of gorgeous books, we'll go back to Jim Lee. Oh, that wasn't the last time we'll see Adam Hughes. Yeah, so Batman 608, the first part of the Hush storyline that Jim Lee did with Jeff Loeb. The funny thing is, I've never actually read this story. I should pick up a collection of it or something. Because Jim Lee did the interior artwork too. I'm sure it looks terrific. Never been the biggest fan of Jeff Loeb as a writer, but Jim Lee's good. So yeah, 608. 615. 617. And 619, which is this the final part of the storyline? I think it might be. And this is a variant cover. There's like several different covers for this. There's one with villains on it, and then there's a main cover as well. I forget what it looks like, but yeah, this is just one of the variants. So yeah, there's that. Okay, back a little ways to the early 1980s, the Frank Miller run on Daredevil. Yet another run that I'm trying to put together. I already have some of it, including the death of Elektra, although I don't have her first appearance. But yeah, great run. I have read this. I've got trade collections of this, so I'm just trying to put together the actual individual issues. But yeah, Daredevil number 180. Frank Miller artwork and writing as well. He wrote and drew it. 188. Really awesome Black Widow cover. 189. Frank Miller sure did love his ninjas. And 190. And these are mostly from the tail end of the run, so nothing super special in there, but yeah, just trying to, get the whole thing. Alright. And speaking of runs that I'm working on, I got the Todd McFarlane run on Amazing Spider-Man. I actually thought that I had more of this than I did when I did my inventory of all my books over the past like 3 weeks. I've been working on it. I got close to 10,000 comics. I thought I had more of this run than I do, but I was missing some, so I was looking for them during the sale, and I found some, including issue 307. Issue 308. '309. '314. And '318. I think there's like 3 issues out of this run that I'm still missing. Like I think the assassination storyline, the one with Captain America on the cover, I'm missing that one, and I'm missing. I don't know. I might be missing like 3. I'm not sure actually. I may only be missing 2. But I'm definitely missing that one from the assassination storyline, and then I'm also missing number 301. So that one's going to be a little bit pricier, but I should be able to get it at some point. There's always the cool thing about these Todd McFarlane covers is looking for the hidden spider on the cover. So in this case, I don't know how easy it is to see, but if you look right below the toe of Spider-Man's foot, you can kind of see the spider there. I was looking at him, Saturday. Sounds kind of cool. I don't remember. I don't think I found it on this one. Oh yeah. This guy's. If you look, it's kind of hard to tell, but right at the corner here where this guy's hair is, the spider's there. I think I saw it in the grass here somewhere. I can't remember. Oh, there it is, right at the base of the grave. And where was it? Oh, yeah, right on his, like the cuff of his shirt sleeve. You can see the spider there. So yeah, that's always kind of cool, just to look for the hidden spiders on the Todd McFarlane covers. Alright, so 2 more Adam Hughes books. Really happy to have found these. This is the original Harris Comics run of Vampirella. So after the Warren Comics magazine that started, in the late 60s? After that ended, Harris Comics brought it back in the early 90s as just a regular comic, not a magazine. Or not a comics magazine. But yeah, Adam Hughes cover, Vampirella #1. Beautiful artwork on that. Now, I don't know how hard these are to find, but the store had #1, and then they had #2. Another Adam Hughes cover. Just absolutely gorgeous. He also did the cover to #3, which I did not find. But I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. Okay. Then I found Mr. Miracle #5. This is like the only book that I have like a little bit of buyer's remorse on. I mean, it's a mid-grade copy. I paid $20 for it. It's the second appearance of Big Barda. And it's, I don't know, the first appearance of some other minor characters. Nothing special. But yeah, the spine is kind of smashed flat on it. And I don't know, it's just, it seems like maybe I could have gotten a better deal if I'd waited and found it at some other point. But I do want to get all the Jack Kirby Fourth World stuff. I think I mentioned that in the video where I showed the Jimmy Olsen 134 with the first cameo appearance of Darkseid. Yeah, a lot of these early Mr. Miracles are pretty pricey and difficult to get. But I don't know. Like $20 for the second appearance of Big Barda might be a bit much. And of course they were asking 40, originally before the sale. So I don't know. Is it worth it? I don't know. Okay. Finally own a copy of this book. Superman, the Man of Steel, number 18, the first appearance of Doomsday. Or, well, first full appearance. I think he had a cameo in something else. Maybe even a couple of cameos, but this is his first full appearance. So this is just one of those classic 90s comics. I'm sure there's a million of these books out there, but, well, maybe not that many, but I'm sure there's over 100,000 out there. Seems like it shouldn't be that rare. Maybe it shouldn't be worth what it goes for, but I don't know. So I got it for what, $17.50? A really nice near mint copy. That's, I can't argue with that. Okay. Here's one that I saw in the back issue bins like a couple of months ago, and I've just been keeping an eye on it ever since, just to see if anybody had picked it up, and nobody did, so I grabbed it during the sale. It's a near mint minus very fine plus albedo anthropomorphics number 3. This is the second appearance of Usagi Yojimbo. I've never seen a number 2 with his first appearance, but even if I did, I don't think I could afford the what does it go for? $1,000, something like that. So whatever. I got the second appearance for $15. I will take it. All right, and this is cool. $10. Avengers number 144, the first appearance of Hellcat. I don't know if they'll ever use her in the MCU or the Marvel streaming stuff, but I don't know. I wonder if they'll do the coked out version that they had on the Jessica Jones TV show. And then I was happy to find this. It's not quite in the grade that I would have wanted. They had this at a 4.5, but the Eternals number 3, first appearance of Cersei. This is the last issue from that run, and now I have all of them, like 1 through, 17 or 18 or 19 maybe, and the annual that Jack Kirby did. So now I have the entire run. Thank goodness that's over. And Ms. Marvel number 17, cameo appearance of Mystique, or like the second cameo appearance. Well, I think in issue 16, I think she showed up, but disguised as Nick Fury, so you don't actually see her. And in this, I think you see her as Mystique, but just in a cameo. And I don't think she's named. And then I think 18 is her first full appearance. I think I have that right. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I mean, $15. They had it at a 7.0. It's got like a white cover that's slightly tan towards the top, but it looks really nice. So yeah, very happy to have that. I don't have 16 or 18. I need to find those. All right, Incredible Hulk number 331. This is the first issue that Peter David wrote, and the second that Todd McFarlane drew. He didn't do the cover, but he did the interiors. So this is a really nice near mint copy. Glad to have found that. And this is cool. Got a Wolverine number 1, the first issue from the ongoing series. Got this for $10. They had it at a 7.0. It's a really nice looking copy. It's got some like scuffing along the edge, the bottom edge, and the corners are slightly, like the paper's been slightly dinged. Some spine dents, but nothing. I mean, it all looks fairly pressable. So yeah, it's not a bad looking copy at all. And I did not have this issue. I think I've got like issue 10 through 20 or something like that, and then a few others later on. Well, like 41. Starting with 41, I have a longer run, but I always wanted issue 1. I do have issue 1 of the limited series, but my copy is really beat up. But I got it for free, so I can't complain about that. Maybe I'll show it at some point. Okay. Last 2 books. This is really cool considering Avengers Endgame, but we got Captain Marvel number 26. This is, it's like the 3rd appearance of Thanos. And it's the first time he appeared on the cover of a comic book. You can see him there in the window. And there's some debate about whether or not this is the first appearance of Death. I mean, mostly what I've heard is that War is Hell number 9 is the first appearance of Death, but I guess it just depends on whether or not you consider that the same version of Death that Thanos has been like trying to get in her, her cloak. Or if it's a different version, because I think the version of Death that was in War is Hell was not gender specific. And the version that shows up here is female. But yeah, classic book. Got it for $40. But it was a very fine copy. They had it as 7.0. It's absolutely beautiful. There's some glare on the Mylar, but very happy to have that. Okay, and the last book, I had this at a 6.0, but I could not pass this up for $30. Batman number 357, the first appearance of Jason Todd. So I've got a bunch of issues around this. Like, I can't remember if I have 356. I think I do have 356. I know I have 358. And the issues of Detective Comics that were part of the storyline that kind of introduced Killer Croc. But yeah, Batman number 357 was always the priciest one out of the bunch. So, and I think it was also the first appearance of the Squid, although that hardly counts. But yeah, Jason Todd, first appearance. That's awesome. Very happy to cross that one off the list. Because I've been trying to put together a run of Batman from 300 to 400, and I think this is, well, either this or 386 with the first appearance of the Black Hood. Those are the most expensive issues out of that run, I think. That I can remember offhand anyway. But I think this one is the most expensive. So yeah, glad to have picked this one up. Alright, so that was my massive haul. Did it in 2 parts just to make it easier to digest, I guess. Yeah, comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. See everybody in the next video.